I have had Eventually by Tame Impala just miserably stuck in my head for the last couple days. And I just wanted to let you know that. You know, you'll hear a song like in passing, like it'll come up and you'll be like, that's a really good song. But then like there's like that one day, there's that one listen where it hits you at just the right time and you're like, oh no, this is a really, really, really good song. And then it's kind of, it's just been my kind of obsession for the last couple days. And I only just now, this exact second, realized I could put that together with the theme of the video. I was like, when is Haunted Chocolatier coming? Eventually. Anyway, I did a video a while back talking about some stuff that Eric Barone said. He's been working on Stardew Valley for a good number of years now. And so late last year, he kind of did a big update on Haunted Chocolatier, talking about how like he hadn't really been working on it a whole lot. And, as I have expressed before, I love Stardew Valley. I'm just kind of like really, really eager for the next thing. And so he's just been very generous in producing just more content for Stardew Valley. And it's all free and it's all amazing. And he's just making the game like the best game that's ever existed ever. And I'm just like, all right, but like I really, really want to play the new thing already. Where is the new thing? It was a bit of a blow hearing it come from him. That like he hadn't done a ton of work on it, and because he announced it like 4 years ago. And that's what's hard when someone announces a game and they're like, it's gonna be a while, and you're like, oh no, okay, well, how long is a while? I'm thinking, like, in my mind, I think like 3 years is a lot. If you've announced a game and you give footage too, that's the thing. Sorry, I'm just rehashing the whole thing. But like, I'm thinking like, 3? That would be a long time to wait. And now it's been 4. And he's like, sorry, you haven't done anything. And I get it completely. I get it. Stardew Valley has really been his life. It was just kind of hard to hear. But we finally have a very, very positive update on this front. It doesn't come in the form of a big like dev diary thing as usual. It's kind of just, he's just been doing various interviews, little stuff with like PC Gamer and Kotaku and just like little stuff here and there. So I'm not going to give any one quote, but he's basically saying they finally put out the latest big Stardew Valley update. And there are no like immediate plans for later updates. I mean, like, I think it's probably inevitable that there will be more updates just because I don't know if it is possible for him to stop just making that game better and better and better. As always, I say I wish he would just make a sequel, but like whatever. If you want to just keep updating Stardew Valley forever, that's fine. But the plan at the moment is for him to stop working on Stardew Valley and commit himself full-time to Haunted Chocolatier. That right there. That's what I wanted to hear. That's the news I've been waiting for. Give Stardew Valley just a break. Just a bit of a break so you can get your next game going. Okay, I'll quote a little bit. In his interview with PC Gamer, he's talking about Stardew Valley. He says, I think it's in a good place. I feel very solid about it. I think if anyone picks up Stardew Valley for the first time in 2025, I'm very proud of it, and I think they'll have fun with it if they like this kind of game. And I mean, it's a dramatic understatement. Like, yeah, the game's in a good place. Like, it was a great game. It was an amazing game. And then you updated it more. And then I played it after it had been updated a few times. So I'm like, okay, so this is like already more game than I could ever want. And then since then, it's received a bunch of like super dramatic updates I haven't even touched yet. So like, yes, people are going to be happy with it if they pick it up in 2025. How much content can you possibly pack into one single game? You should be very proud of it. You've done a very amazing job. But yeah, and he says, I'm committed to not working on Stardew Valley until I'm done with Haunted Chocolatier. And that's good. Now, there's like definitely the part of me that's like, all right, but like now, how long do we have to wait? Do we have to like start the clock over? Oh, because that's the other thing. That's another thing he's saying about Haunted Chocolatier is he has to like, now it's been so long that he's going back and he's looking at some of the previous stuff that he did, and he's like, I gotta redo this. I gotta redo a bunch of this. Not to say that any of it is bad. It's just that, like, you know, a person changes, their artistic sensibilities change over the years, and he's just like, he feels like he's just changed even since making that preliminary stuff that he showed us on Haunted Chocolatier, and I can definitely understand that. I also find myself in a period of great change in my life, and kind of all the sensibilities and tastes and whatnot, yeah, they can change pretty rapidly. So there is an element there where, like, okay, yeah, maybe you could consider it even more bad news that some of the stuff that he did in the past, now he kind of has to redo. And it's funny that he says that, because, like, I know a big part of Stardew Valley, the initial development there, was just doing, like, the character portraits, like the art. Like, I remember him saying in an interview or something, like, he had spent just like thousands of hours just on the character portraits, because he himself, as an artist, he just kept growing and, like, wanting to redo them over and over again. And that's an interesting thing about being essentially a solo dev. It's all just you. And, like, you know, some of the work is done. If someone else did the art and you're like, yeah, I would make a small change if I could, but I don't know, like, look, they did it, it's done. But if it's you, and you can always see, I mean, it's like writing, you know, you can always see where you can improve it. You can always see the potential for a change. So I could imagine that, like, yeah, if you let yourself, you probably just tweak stuff, like, forever. And right now, if he is, like, basically re-entering, or maybe even for the first time entering full absolute development on this game, then yeah, it's understandable that he would look back and be like, I need to change some stuff here and there. So yeah, right now he says he's working on a vertical slice. So he's trying to just get, like, the primary bones of the game together, just try to, like, figure out the gameplay loop and just kind of how it works. And then from there, you build out more content and story and whatnot. So yeah, you could look at it in a more negative light and be like, well, I mean, gosh, is this basically him starting from square one? You know, if, like, he hasn't really worked on it much, and he has to, like, redo some stuff. You could see it that way, but I'm of the opinion that this is great. This is really great news. Even if it's going to take him some time, it still could be years. Yeah, I don't know. Is it going to be 4 years from now that we're looking back at this moment? I don't know. Or could it be that now that he's working on it full time, it could go pretty quick? You know, like, I'm not going to get my hopes up. Solo game development is very time consuming. In a way, it is very efficient, because when you are one person, you don't we talked about this a bunch, but, like, that's one of the reasons that games like this work so well. You go, how can one person do all this work? And it's like, well, like, sure, it is time consuming. They have to do every single step. And so, yes, it can take years, but at the same time, the fewer people you have working on a project, the less, like, communication breakdown there is, the less time you have to spend just, like, trying to integrate all of these different ideas and approve the whole approval process and everything. It's all just him. Every second of every day, he is just making his vision a reality. He's putting it into the game. So I'm hoping that now that he's doing it full time, and that is just what he's doing, he's not distracted at all. I'm hoping that it can come along a little. And you know, I don't know exactly what his process is. I know that he eventually hired some people to help him with Stardew Valley updates. I don't know if hiring people to help with other aspects of Haunted Chocolatier are on the table. It kind of sounds like he just wants to keep it pretty much just himself. I would hope that there was some element he could kind of outsource to someone else. You know, like, just kind of time-consuming work, not necessarily artistic work. He could try to get some help, but again, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what his plan is there. I'm trying to remain hopeful that this is really it. You know, this is really the beginning of it really getting done, and maybe it will move decently fast now that it is moving. And I don't know, just to, like, reiterate one more time, I probably don't need to, but, like, golly, I'm just so excited for this game. From the one trailer, it just seems so perfect. You know, like, Stardew Valley, it's so chill and it's so nice, and you get to make this farm and everything kind of centers around that. But, like, this thing where it's like, it's a store, but you're going out adventuring to get the ingredients for the store, and you're selling stuff in the store. It seems like it really hits a lot of the same notes. You know, it feels like it really satisfies a lot of the same and it scratches the same itches. You know, it still seems very cozy and very just like, I don't know, very fun and very like resource based, and like the kind of thing where you just build and build and build, and I don't know, whatever. You don't need me to. It just looks great. I just really want to sell some chocolate to ghosts. All right, like you put that idea in my head 4 years ago, and I have not been able to let it go. I just really I have an intense need to sell chocolate to ghosts. Okay, so I don't know. Hopefully, I will be able to. Sometime in the 2020s, I'd like that. Eventually,